short introduction to the person we're gonna hear a lot today. First I have to say that one of the incentives for today's symposium was the recent publishing of the English edition of book Lubitsch Can't Wait, which was edited by Ivana Novak, Jelak Rečić and Mladen Dolar in 2014 for the Columbia University Press. And the book was like a first anthology on Lubitsch of a kind. It brings together 9 research papers, and Alenka and Aaron also participated in the papers, which was presented at a symposium in 2012 in Ljubljana by Slovenian Kinoteka. The name of the symposium was Naprej kot komedija, Nato kot farsa, and it was focusing on films Trouble in Paradise, Ninochka, and To Be or Not to Be by and Clanny Brown by Lubitsch. And today's symposium is a kind of a follow-up of this 2012 Slovenian symposium. Now I'm going to say a few words about Lubitsch. He's a filmmaker whose place inside the film industry canon is now doubted, and his name is accepted with the anonymous acclaim. But yet his position among Hollywood great amateurs might also be taken for granted, to the point where his name is mentioned often, while his films are never afforded much in the way of extended analysis. This might have something to do with their apparently impeccable structure, their perfect balance of form and content, and delicacy and economy with which they have come to exemplify the elusive but palpable Lubitsch touch. But it might also have something to do with the cultural status of comedy in general. Comedy has been at the center of speculation, disagreement, and finally critical neglect ever since Aristotle defining thesis on it was lost, leaving us with his previously published and now famous Poetics, which carved in a stone the foundations on which tragedy as a dramatic form operates. Our today's main character, Lubitsch, was born in Berlin in 1892. He was a clothing manufacturer's son, but he's left his family for a life in show business. It sounds like a Hollywood introduction. After starting out as a performer, yeah, he made it, in Max Reinhardt theater company, Lubitsch went on to star in Sun and Slapstick for Berlin Bioscope Film Studio, and he became well known as a comic character Meyer, eventually writing and directing his own movies and becoming part of legendary UFA studio. The international success of some of his films, such as Carmen and Madame de Barry, led American film superstar Mary Pickford to invite him to Hollywood. On basis of films like The Marriage Circle, Lubitsch earned a reputation in America as a hitmaker, and unlike many of his peers, he took the transition to sound like a duck to water. Pioneering a narrative movie musicals such as Maurice Chevalier vehicle as Love Parade and Smiling Lieutenant, in which he indulged in his fondness of Viennese operetta. Lubitsch flourished particularly in a pre-Hays Code Hollywood era. His continental romantic comedies and period pieces where he flashed with sexual repartee, such glittering confesses as Trouble in Paradise, Designed for Living, and Merry Widow were perfect escapes for the audience of Great Depression. His success was so great that in 1935 he was named head of production at Paramount, even though he held that position only for 1 year. He would continue to craft more studio smashes, however, MGM and 20th Century Fox, many of which he still beloved today, include Ninochka, To Be or Not to Be, and Heaven Can Wait. Early in 1947, shortly before his death from a heart attack, Lubitsch was awarded a Lifetime Achievement Postcard, recognizing his 25 contribution to motion picture. Now this introduction will finish, hopefully and gladly, and I will give the word to Alenka Župančić-Rinč. She'll talk about squirrels to do nuts, or how many does it take to not to give up on your desire.